4, 3. Hey, everybody. It is Wind Down Wednesday with your ladies. The Black Women Love Football. Oh, she got one. Look, y'all going to be mad at me. I got my water tonight. Terry, are you drinking anything? You not? Okay.
No. But I remember next
We
time.
have some ladies. We have Stacy and Mal. They're trying to get in. There's some bad weather all over, so they're trying to get in. But we're going to go ahead and start the show. Hey, Crazy T. But we got Tina on tonight, who is an Eagles fan. Woo-hoo! We know the Eagles are at the apple of the eye of the group right now.
They love to hate us.
Have we kicked out Tina? We trying not to kick out any, so y'all keep it cool, okay? And then we got Donna, who's a Raiders fan. Hold on, let me see. There's Stacy. Can you hear us?
I can hear you.
Oh, good. She is in, guys. And now Stacy is finally down. Hey, Mary, how are you?
I was
going to introduce our special guest tonight, but I'm going to let Stacy do that. And we are excited to have her, and hopefully she can answer a lot of questions for you guys. And her team is still playing, so we can talk about that tonight. Y'all don't leave her with her feelings hurt. That's all I'm asking. Stacy, okay, ladies, I'm going to introduce our special guest tonight. Our special guest tonight is Terrion Anderson, and she is the mother of Houston Texan Will Anderson Jr. He is on the Houston Texans. He wears number 51. And guess where he played college ball, guys? Alabama. So I know I got a lot of Bama fans. I got a lot of Houston Texans fans. So she's here to kick it with us tonight and hopefully answer some questions, talk about the games. So let's start, ladies. Tina, Donna, what y'all think about these playoffs?
Hey, I'm still in it, so I'm excited.
I'm sitting on the couch watching.
We're still in it. Got a big one up on Sunday, so we'll see what happens.
Listen, I'm a Giants fan. We've been on the couch all season. Stacy, you back? Can you hear us?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
I can. I went ahead and introduced Terrion.
Awesome.
Yeah.
What's going on, ladies?
Today is a rough
day. Today is lifing.
Yes. It is.
Besides, like you need that Wind Down Wednesday.
That's right.
I didn't have to cram. I waited to the last minute to get all my CEUs done, so I've been trying to do that.
Ooh, the feedback.
Oh, Stacey, it's your other one. You're on twice.
Yeah, you want to hear twice.
I'm sorry, and I'm not. I'm muting my mic.
You sound better now.
Hear the feedback.
You sound better now.
Okay.
It's like a delay, though.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there you go.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, there you go. It's right now. I'm gonna take off this other thing.
And then between that and this bad weather in the CLE today, it's been a day today.
Yeah.
Well, let's talk about the games.
Let's talk about what's going on in these playoffs.
I know. Let's talk about what's passed.
Listen, the Cowboys finally fired their coach. Can we talk about that?
Yes.
Wow. I did not see that coming. I'll be honest. I mean, because Jerry just the other day was talking about how much he loved Mike and this and that, and then 2 days later he's out.
I think Jerry got dementia or something. So when he says something, I don't even believe it.
Jerry
I think also when the Bears asked to interview him, he really realized, that was something as well. And that came up like 2 days or maybe a day before they couldn't come up on an agreement with that money. But he'll go somewhere, that's for sure. somebody will pick him up.
Yeah, they
Absolutely.
recycle them quick.
Yeah.
Yeah, he I feel like he was a good coach. He just wasn't able to do what he needed to do while he was up under Massa's thumb. So you know how that go. I feel like is somebody else pick them up real quick.
Yeah. And they're trying to throw that out that Deion is into no.
Deion ain't going there. I mean, you just got to think about it. Deion played in Dallas. He can have a conversation with them and really, and he's respected as a coach and a player. So he can have that conversation with Jerry. You know, rather Jerry do something with it, I think he will take, you know, this much of his advice, but definitely he will listen to what he said, which is funny because I read something today that said that he trying to that they want to interview the Jets old coach.
Okay.
So that would be interesting. They need somebody black over there. Bottom line, they just do.
They said that Jerry wouldn't hire anyone black.
He probably won't. But you know, he got to interview him just for the sake of saying that he gonna interview him.
Yeah, he has to. But see, Jerry is just like Mark Davis. They can't keep their hands out the pot. They got to run everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's what Dallas' downfall is. The fact that he want to be the owner, the GM, the coach. He don't want to just be the owner and let everybody else do what they want to do. So that's what gonna be an issue for that.
Right.
Yeah. Terrion, has your son Texas has been his only NFL team?
Yes.
Okay.
So this he's a second-year player.
Okay.
With the Houston Texans, they drafted him. They drafted Will last year. He was the third pick of the 2023 draft.
Okay.
And,
wow.
That's third awesome. Pick, first defensive player off the board.
That's
wow.
Yeah.
That is awesome.
Yes, and he went on to actually he was the 2024 NFL Defensive Rookie of the Year as well.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So he's thank you. Listen, Donna, one time I was in the group chat and they had a whole post going and I had to pull out because I was like, wait a minute, grown women.
So I reached out to Terrion. I didn't at the time know that her son played for the NFL.
Right.
She responded to a post and I was like, oh, that's somebody that got sense. That's somebody that, we ain't had nobody from the Texans on. And then later I went back to read the whole thing. And then I was like, oh, so she got a son that play. But I never really investigated it till I was like, oh, I need to know something. When we was coming on. But what prompted me to reach out to her was a post that somebody had put up. I don't even remember because it's always some nonsense coming through. That she commented on, and I was like, "Oh, I like her comment on that." So that's what prompted me to reach out to her.
Thank you.
What high school did he play for, Terrion?
So he played for Dutchtown High School here in Hampton, Georgia.
Okay.
All 4 years there, and was recruited. He was recruited by 48 schools.
Wow.
48 schools.
Nice.
Yep.
That's great.
Now, he was recruited by 48 schools, all except Georgia. But
oh wow.
We'll leave that alone.
Wow.
We will leave that there. And so we all had a different school in mind that we would have liked for him to attend. And he chose the University of Alabama. And so that we were for church on the Sunday morning, and when he made that decision, I was like, "Oh, wait a minute, pump your brakes." we can't go. I was like, we haven't discussed this, and I mean, he was just like, yeah, mom, I think this is what I'm gonna do, and I'm like, well, what about this school and what about that school, and my husband's just like, it should be his decision, because if it didn't go well, he knew he made the decision.
Right.
Makes sense.
Yes,
Makes a lot of sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mary says, what is one thing about being a mom of an NFL player that we wouldn't even think about?
Probably, believe it or not, is their mental state. Believe it or not.
Wow. Yeah.
Because everybody see the glitz and the glamour,
Right.
but our boys are in a position that they're constantly, even with the team camaraderie, even with the brotherhood, there's always still that doubt that next man is up. And so there's a constant thought of, am I doing my best? And I believe you, as other NFL moms, they would all agree that is like the one thing that no one ever really thinks about except for the moms. We're always wondering, are they in a good headspace? And I'm thankful that the NFL has started to notice and put more attention on their mental health and, providing them with counselor and therapists and, benefits to actually utilize those services away from their place of employment. So, but that's the most important thing. Now, on the funny side, you're always thinking about you're probably on the funny side always thinking about, I got to sit with these people while they're cheering for our team. The thing that you're so, it's funny to sit there and like, who said that? Where did that just come from? So those type of things. Yeah. Thank you, Mary.
Mm-hmm.
It's got to be a lot of pressure, I would imagine, too, for them. A lot of pressure.
I think Susan is muted. Okay.
Then you muted, Susan.
We're over here fighting each other as fans. And I always say, I was like, half of these guys like each other.
Yeah.
It's a game.
Yep.
They've been playing since AAU. They've been playing in high school together, college together. And we as fans are acting crazy.
Right. I mean, how many times at the end of the game did you see opposing players hug each other? I mean, these guys, they pray together, they hug each other.
They ask for each other's jerseys. They sign each other's jerseys. They trade jerseys.
Yes.
They go out. They do all of that. So,
and believe it or not, they literally do talk to each other, and they definitely they smack talk. They do everything that we do in the group, and when the game is over, you're correct, Tina. I mean, being that we were at Bama, at Bama, we call ourselves the Bama. Being at Bama, so many of the guys have gone on to the NFL. So, when you're playing a team that has a Bama member on there, like even as a parent, you're excited at halftime, regardless of who's winning. It's like, hey, we're going to meet here at this part of the stadium to get a picture, because at the end of the day, once the game is over with, our boys are looking for each other. Everybody want to know where their brother is on the field. Right. And, even in the organization as itself, like their individual stats, of course, because with individual stats, depending on the position, there may be some bonuses involved and things of that nature. But I think the teams that really understand, even though we have all this going on, we still have to have this brotherhood. That's usually when I think you see the most successful teams. A lot of teams don't let their discrepancies get out and the disputes. It's just, hey, we got to find a way to fix it.
Mm-hmm. Hey, Natasha.
Hey.
So
Natasha, you muted too. Hey, and we're so happy to see you.
Natasha, you're muted.
We
Your
can't
phone is muted. You're muted, Natasha.
There she
Hey,
goes.
Chifa. While Natasha getting situated, so I was asked, there was a post put up about fan bases and a situation that happened with the Eagles and a post that made, and a lot of people jumped on my back. I said what I said though. And one of the people asked me, what is my experience and what was my top 3 fan bases as far as fans? And my number one, if you go back to it, was the Houstons. I traveled to a lot of stadiums and to the games. I've had the best experience with fans sitting right next to them in the mix. I hardly ever sit on the visitor side. I always sit on the home side. And sit in the midst of. A year ago today, I was in Houston because Cleveland had made it to the playoffs. So it actually came
Yeah.
up in my memories today, and I was sitting right in the midst of it all. And my number one was the Texans because I had one of the best experiences with fans, and everybody else was in Houston. Saying that also because CJ Stroud is from the Ohio State University, so we gonna always go with the Ohio State University.
Okay.
Houston travels to the Lions Den this weekend. Are you traveling with them? That's number one.
So no.
Oh, okay.
No,
Um,
Stacy, yeah, yeah. We have some
you
we
ain't
have
ready to
some
do.
we have some family. So the first time we played Kansas City, I did go. And then we have some
Mhm.
family things going on this weekend. So I'm gonna actually be hosting a watch party because I'm still gonna do something here. So I'll host a watch party after to for the family to be able to look at it. Look at the game. I'm sorry.
I'll be in Atlanta this weekend, but because Detroit is 2 hours and 45 minutes from me, if I was in the city, I would have been traveling to go see that game. Hey, Mel.
Hey
Hey,
everyone.
Mal.
Hi.
Happy Wednesday to you.
Life
How
is
you
life, but
doing?
we okay.
You gonna be okay, girl. Life was life for me today too. It's the moon,
Right.
girl. This is a retarded moon right now.
For those
Back
of
in the day.
for everybody that just came in, even in the chat, we have Terrion Anderson with us tonight. She's the mother of Will Anderson Jr. and he plays for the Houston Texans. We are so excited to have her. I'm enjoying you, Terrion. And it's so funny because we were in the back room and I didn't know who she was. So I was talking smack.
It was
I said,
okay.
Stacy, where's
Me
your mother
too.
that's coming on? And she's like, it's Terrion. I was like,
But I figured it out when she said Texas was her number one team, but she also a Falcon fan.
right.
Yes.
That's what I
Are
figured.
you a Falcons fan? Falcons was
I
my number two favorite
yes.
history.
And Terry,
Two.
and I'm
They
sorry
was
for
number
asking you
two.
to pick one.
I know. Well, you know what? I'm Tina. If you could have felt the heat that came this way, like I felt his, like yeah, you better say the right thing. 'Cause
I'm sorry about that.
yeah, my husband and I, we both are from Atlanta, but he's not that hard like me. I think he just went to the Falcons game just for me. So when you said the question before I put the headphone in, he was like, and I'm like, I'm trying to say Houston. I didn't even think twice.
Oops.
Well, the
Yes,
Falcons is on the couch with the rest of everybody else on this live except for Tina.
yes.
Tina probably will be joining us this week, but
No. No, girl. We play
um,
a team that we just beat. We should have no problem with this team. We really should.
Yeah.
I expect us to show up. I expect the offense to show up this week.
Yes.
Thank God for our defense last week, but it should be a good game.
Yes. Yes.
So we never expected the Rams to even win. As much as I have been dead on with my picks, that one I
Oh my God.
couldn't believe
I said that
it.
last week when they played Detroit. That I was like, wait a minute, wait a minute. They got a little
I was
exposed. I was like, yeah.
floored.
They came
Let me
out
tell
like
you,
they came
Stacey,
out swinging.
listen, Susan, I'm gonna tell
Yeah.
y'all. This is exact. I kid you not. This is the moment when I honestly said Minnesota might be in trouble, and I kid you not. I think like at the time when was Coach Sean's OC, and when they mentioned that after the first quarter, I'm like, oh, this is not good, because I'm pretty sure that he has an idea. He knows how this young man thinks more than this young man knows how to coach things. And so that defense was ready for Minnesota
They was
line. I
ready.
mean,
Mm-hmm.
I was like, I said, wait a minute. I said Minnesota coach was his OC. I was like, oh no, this is not gonna be good. And it just went downhill from there.
Yeah.
I was like,
Never gave him a chance.
yeah,
Never gave him a chance.
Yeah.
never.
Natasha, can you hear us? Natasha.
Can you hear?
I
I
can
don't-
hear her. We can't hear you. But her mic is not muted, right?
Maybe the volume's down.
Check your volume.
Yeah. Yeah, but they
Natasha
came out
is a
swinging.
Giants fan, as y'all can see. So it's like 3 of them in the whole group that really just like ride for them. I see Beverly just chimed in and said, "Hey, ladies, Giants stand up."
All
Hey,
day.
Beverly. I swear it's 3 Giants at all that's
Where's
still
my
hanging
cup?
on.
Look at that big
Hanging on.
Listen,
I think they just
if
like
they
the
don't
logo.
hire a good quarterback, a black quarterback,
Y'all
and
will
show
never
me
have
some
one.
differences in the administration, I don't know. Stacey, you might be making me a whole new wardrobe. That's how I
You
feel. 'Cause
not.
at this point, I feel like they're punking us. Because I feel like they don't even care about the fans anymore.
So I think as
Listen,
long as y'all have that culture that y'all have there, as far as the ownership, that whole deep Italian root that lies within New York, that's just of that, and that they known for it. I don't think that y'all gonna get. They not gonna have a black person at the head to lead them. I just don't believe that.
And if they do, they better do good.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
ain't gonna stand a chance. They not gonna make it through the whole year. They gonna get cut at like game 3 or 4. Like they gotta come out swinging, winning automatically, or they not gonna last. They just not gonna let them go through the whole year.
We're going to put them under a microscope.
Yeah.
Very much so.
After we rode hard for Jones for how many years? Come on.
Hey,
Come
Coach
on.
Terry. Hey, Natasha, go out and come back in and see if that makes a difference. Yeah, I just think that it's gonna be a little bit it's gonna be rough in the NY for football. They still looking for the Mannings that didn't do nothing to come and be their great white hope of a savior.
Mm-hmm.
Crazy.
And what's so crazy is this ain't a good draft class. So I don't know
No, it's
what
not.
nobody is gonna
No.
get, because
No, it's not.
everybody need a quarterback. And
Yep.
there's only 2. You know
Only
what
a
I mean?
couple of them.
Right. Everybody need a quarterback, and everybody needs some wide receivers and defensive player. This just ain't a good draft. Them boys should have stayed in school one more year.
It's not. It's not a good class. But then you know what? We might get some surprises out of it. You know, we might get some kids that come through and get drafted early, and the team is doubting them, and they come out as superstars, which is my hope.
Like a Tom Brady.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. But I'm loving all these young quarterbacks, young
love
black
that.
quarterbacks. I'm loving
Young
it
black.
right now.
Oh
And
yeah.
it's hard to like pick a team because I'm like, oh my God. I
Yeah.
really want to see Lamar win it
Right.
because I
They
like
chime
Lamar
in.
and he deserves it.
Chiming in.
Yeah.
MVP.
Yes.
I want him to
Right.
get MVP as well.
But I'm so enjoying Allen, Stroud. I'm so enjoying them right now.
Jay Daniels,
And
Mr.
Jay
Rookie.
Daniels.
How
Yeah.
about Jay?
I was gonna
Yes.
say Jay
That's my man.
Daniels.
Not Allen.
Oh,
Daniels. Yes.
Oh, he's
He was
That kid.
amazing
Oh,
this
He
week.
scared me because I
That
think about like
yes,
he's one of my kids and he's like this big.
Yeah.
And then
yes.
Yeah.
And
little.
if you notice, he has a lot of Lamar in him.
Yes.
He plays
Yeah.
a lot like Lamar.
Yeah.
He runs.
He really
He
does.
gonna
Yep.
put that back on that team on his back,
Yep.
and he going
Yeah.
for what he know. He was
Yes.
amazing this week. The issue
He
though with them
was.
Commanders is they O-line is terrible.
Oh yeah.
There's no reason why he was on the ground as much as he was this
Well, he
past
takes it
week.
like a champ.
He does. He absolutely does.
And he plays
Yeah.
with good, like he makes good decisions.
He does.
Yeah.
He does, and he don't mind going from quarterback to running back in no problem. Because
Now
he
when he's
will
busted,
run
he got
if he
cut on
feel
his
like
back.
he can do it.
And just like Lamar's mom, his mom will have no problem telling him to put the team on his back.
Yep.
That's right.
Right.
Yep.
Lamar
I
ain't
love
won
it.
no game
I
since
love
his
it.
mother cussed him out. He
Right.
ain't
I
lost
mean-
one.
He's lost.
Right. That's what they said. That's what they
He
said.
hasn't. I
Well,
mean,
it's gonna take years for the Giants to rebuild, but I mean we need everything. But come on, let's start with at least a quarterback. When they had an opportunity, what was it last year or 2 years ago to Daniel wasn't playing good. They had an opportunity to draft someone high. What we pick a tailback or something? It was crazy. You know, everybody's like, who? Who do we pick? You know.
Right. And what is he gonna do?
Yeah.
Mal, what's going on in Patriots world? So y'all didn't hire that Mike Vrabel, huh?
That was expected. I
You
knew that
didn't-
was
you've been
coming. I
saying
read
this
that before even it was announced.
Yeah,
And
you've been saying it for weeks.
Yeah, and I hear they're cleaning house with the rest of the coaches, and he's trying to bring on his coaches. And I heard that McDaniels might be there again.
Wow.
Yeah. Yep. I was like, okay, McDaniels, OC, him, and then I'm like, they're trying to bring back that whole era back, and I'm like, listen, that's gone. We need to start something new. That old way of thinking, way back when that dynasty happened, that's already,
Yeah.
the next generation. I mean,
Been there, done it, got the t-shirt,
he got
plenty
fired.
of them, and it's over.
He produced, he went to the playoffs, but after that, decline. You don't have Henry no more. You don't have those receivers are gone. He was left with nothing, and just like Mayo had nothing, and right now we have nothing on the team. It's no star players, no nothing.
And nothing from nothing.
Nothing.
Leaves nothing.
Nothing.
Unless Kraft come out of his little pocketbook, ain't nothing profitable.
Well, let me ask you this, Terrion. Okay, your son came out. What year was he drafted third?
2023.
Okay.
23.
At that time, did you have a hope like for him to go to a certain team, or was it just whatever God does, it just happens? Or did you want like, oh my God, I hope he goes to?
I didn't have a hope, but so Houston was his first NFL interview, and he loved the team. So immediately he was just like, I really want to play in Houston. I really want to play. And early on, it was we kind of coming right out of the season there of college season that Houston was going to be looking for a quarterback, but they brought him in a second time, and that's when we started saying, hey, wait a minute, and I started joking with him. I said, maybe I should start looking for something in the city. And of course I would have loved for the Falcons
Girl, go on with that.
But you know, being that we had been hearing for a while that he could be, you know, definitely top 5 or top 10, we knew that there probably wasn't a chance that he was going to go to the home team. So we was just, you know, kind of like, we're going to wait it out. And but Houston was his number 1 pick. And I just told him, I said, you know, I messed with him and I said, you know, hey, listen, God hear everything. You know, he hears it, he knows it. He knew what was going to be a good fit for you. But, you know, toward the last 2 weeks before the draft, you know, it was kind of clear. The media was saying it too much. And I'm like, well, they're going to get a quarterback. You know, we just need to be prepared. Seattle was looking good. So, you know, my husband's best friend was there. Just come on in the picture, babe.
Hey.
He just walked by.
I don't know where you at us. I love it.
He says oops, like, but no. So once you know, we in our mind we was thinking, okay, we still have Seattle, you know, we're gonna be okay. And sure enough, the second pick, we were sitting there, and it was so funny because they had cameras in both sections, so we could see who Houston was gonna pick. And before you all sit on TV, we get the phone call.
Okay. Was y'all one of those families? They went in your living room and everything?
No, so
you ain't seen it.
we were actually invited to Kansas City that year. So, you know, I mean, like I'm telling you, it's been a dream because we went from just, you know, happy to be at Alabama to like, oh my God, we're gonna actually go sit in the green room. And so, you know, it was a blessing to be there. But once CJ got the call and his family started cheering, it was just like, save your face, save face, save face. You know, and your agent has kind of given you an idea, but at that moment, it's just like, oh gosh, I was hoping it was, you know, they were going to choose him. And then the third pick came, and we really was like, what is Arizona going to do? And it was so funny because you could hear the other players that were in the room, like you could actually hear them say, like, did Will get the call? Did anybody see Will get a call? And I'm like, why would y'all think Arizona is going to call Will? And I was thinking, like, I don't want to go that far. But you know, we're going to travel whoever gets you. But in my mind, I was just thinking, like, Arizona, what? And I think our family at home seen that Arizona traded to Houston, and Will phone rung, and I kind of squeezed my husband's hand because I was just like, oh, we're going to Arizona. And the way Will was talking, he was so excited. So I was like, I really didn't know who was on the phone because I'm like, we didn't know about Arizona, so I didn't think they would have him that excited. And Alabama, unbeknownst to a lot of people, they have their own little fraternity called B Psi Phi. And that's how they greet each other. You know, and I know most people know that Coach Ryan's D'Amico is also a Alabama alumni as well. And so we had to wait for our son to say B Psi Phi. And we started screaming. My husband and I, we was like, oh my God, he's going to Houston. Now, as a mom and a football fan, ladies, I have to be honest, I immediately was like, oh my God, I was like, well, this is history. I'm like, you're going to be in the history books. And I know it's crazy because that was the first thing that came to my mind. I'm like, do you realize this team just moved up for you because they're not due to pick to 12? Like, it instantly came in my mind. I don't know why, and I was like, he just was trying to hug us. And I'm like, I'm telling my husband, everybody, I'm like, oh my God, y'all, do y'all understand Will is going to be in the history books? Because this is only the second time in NFL that a team moved up to get a player.
Oh,
so
wow.
I was like, yeah, exactly. I mean, I told him, I was like, do you know, like, the blessing in that they thought that much of you, that they went and traded some picks and all of that to bring you in. So I was like, you really must have made an impression on them as well. And, you know, so far it's been an amazing 2 years there.
That's
I
great.
love it for you. I love it for him.
I love that.
I love
Yes.
it for the culture that it was him. You know what I
Yes.
mean? And not
Yes.
one of them per
Yes.
se for it. So everything about that I love being
Yes.
there with a black quarterback, a black
Yes.
coach, you know, it's
Yes.
the culture for me that, you
Yes.
know, when things happen and things like that, they understand it
Yes.
because it's us.
Yes.
And all we
Yes.
got is us when you're away from home like that. So
Yes.
I
Yeah.
absolutely love it for him, for your family, at
Thank
all.
you. Thank
Like
you.
I
Yeah,
love
it was
that.
great.
Yes.
And I love it because it's Houston, because I love Houston. Houston is just like one of my cities that's I
Yeah, I
love
like
Yes.
it.
Yeah.
absolutely.
Houston as
Yeah.
well.
It's just
It
too
is.
hot. And I'm scared of the rain, but it's nice.
Houston is an amazing city, but let me tell you, especially coming from Atlanta, I'm thinking like, okay, I can handle this. That's a different type of heat.
It is.
Mhm.
And I'm sorry, ladies. I know it's just us, but I said, no wonder why they have so many police out, because that kind of heat would probably make you a little violent.
Listen.
But thankfully, it's a pretty safe city, and everybody's accustomed to it, except for those of us that are just,
Yeah, because
coming.
10 lane highways is crazy.
And and Stacy, that being on the expressway and getting off on the left side was new to me, and I'm like, what? You have Waze on, and it's telling you, okay, take a left, and I'm like, how many? So now when I get on the expressway, I absolutely get right in the middle. So I'm either two lanes to the left.
Right.
Yes, but yes, thank you.
Donna,
Natasha,
let
are
me
you
ask
back
you.
on up and running yet?
What'd you
Huh?
say, Stace?
Natasha, you on?
Okay.
Yeah, but
No,
we
we
can't hear her.
can't hear her. So
Terrion,
I
Mary
wonder
wants to know, did you
why.
move there or did you just go for the games?
No, tell her I'm still in Georgia.
Okay. She's
Yes.
still here, Mary.
Yes.
$2 every day. Hey, Donna, what do you think the Raiders need next year? What are we looking for?
Everything like
We
the
need everything. We got to
the
start
Browns.
over. We need to rebuild
oh, so
and
many
sit
things
Mark
to do
Davis
the
ass
whole
down.
Ma,
I
you got
seen
this
some.
black
Oh, so
woman.
they fired the OC too out there, right?
Yeah, and the GM.
You see it, right? I was probably the second one to get this.
I know.
I got
That's one of
mine
the
on too,
OGs.
Marilyn. I got mine
That's one of the original ones, Stacy. She got an OG shirt.
Oh wow.
I was looking at that. I was like, huh.
Oh, Terry,
Yeah.
make sure you inbox your address and stuff to Stacy,
Okay.
and we're gonna get you out some stuff.
Okay, no problem. Thank
Yeah,
you.
definitely.
Have y'all started interviewing yet, Donna?
Because
The draft is tomorrow. Y'all need to have some people in play.
girl, Tom is in his ear, Mark's ear. So hopefully Mark could go sit on the sideline and let some other people handle the job. Because as long as he's at the helm, we're not gonna get nobody decent.
Side note, I hate to hear Tom call games. I just want to
Me
tell
too.
you
I know.
that.
I don't like it
Me
either.
too. I was like,
He
oh, that
talk too much.
He does.
he tries too hard.
Yeah.
can
For
see
me
it
though,
in
he's
his
not as bad
element.
as Chris Collinsworth. He's
Oh yeah, he's sickening.
Oh, Chris.
Yeah,
is.
I can't do Chris at all.
I
And
can't
I
his
take
don't like
Chris.
undercover
Romo.
racism come out while
No.
he talking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
don't like
Tony
Leo
Romo is, yes. Oh,
Both of
really
them
don't.
too. That was another one.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. Mm.
But I just hope
But yeah.
so
I
we can
forgot
have
who
attention
game
to him,
Tom
though.
calling this week though. I read it earlier. that Tom is calling somebody's game this week, but I can't remember. It might be
I
yours,
think it's
Tina.
the Commanders. No, I
Gonna be
think
his
Is
it's
it the
the
last.
Commander's
Commanders.
game? Yeah.
Commanders.
This is gonna
Mm-hmm.
be his last
Commanders,
go
the
because he got to
Lions.
focus on his new job with the Raiders. Because they're giving him an ultimatum: either he can be in the sportscast or he can work with the Raiders.
Let
Oh,
him
did
work
they
with
give
the
him that
Raiders.
ultimatum?
Mm-hmm.
He needs to work
Oh
with the
wow.
Raiders.
Making
Yeah, go on and work with the Raiders.
327 million,
Mm.
and over there. But then he wants to be on the Raiders side, so he's got to do one or the other. So he chose to stay with the Raiders because he's hoping Mark could just sit down and let him run things. That's what he's hoping. That's the word on the street, you know. How they go.
No
But
other
let me
words.
say
No,
this:
no other
he
nothing
would
else
be
going on.
good
with
as a mentor for the quarterbacks because he is gonna have
Exactly.
some hands on. So
Well, they
he
had
would be good in
six
that
Super Bowls.
role.
Yeah,
And
he
he
would.
would be better in that role than he is as a commentator. And I'm
Totally
sure he
agree.
realizes that. And
Mhm.
he strikes me as a control person. So he needs to be where he can make some decisions at. And that's where it's gonna be. Because I do know his contract for being a sportscaster, it's a whole bunch of do nots that you can't that they not allowing him to do as well.
Right. But I just think if Mark would just sit on the sideline and and let his staff do what they're hired to do, things can look better for us. I mean, because I can think back years ago. I grew up as a Raider fan, as a little girl, and we've had good teams. We've won,
Mhm.
and as years went on, then things just started going downhill. So we just got to get back to that same mindset where we can get some decent people in, and let Mark sit his butt on the sideline. Even when his dad was around, his dad was letting the coaches do what they're supposed to do. He had his whole staff. They all had jobs and they did what they were supposed to do. I mean, I knew several people that worked for him. And he said the dad was hands off. But Mark is, he's a micromanager. And that's a big difference.
Yeah, he probably one of those ones that got to be in the know, got to be let you know
everything.
I'm the boss type.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're
What I
micromanager.
say go. Yeah.
Exactly. But if he took after his dad, he would sit his ass down because his dad was not a hands-on guy. He said, I hired you to do a job, I expect you to do the job. That's what he used to tell the guys. And they did what they were hired to do. But he's just a different breed.
So Cleveland is thinking about letting Nick Chubb go. I don't know if anybody read that over the last couple of days. I had a feeling of that once he broke this foot again, that it was going to be a little bit rough, and that they was probably gonna figure out that they need to part ways with him. With Deshaun having to have another surgery, it opens up a clause that they possibly can get out of that contract as well. So we need a whole new team as well. Yep.
And like y'all
Yep.
said, the draft is not drafting. So
The draft is
the
not
draft
drafting,
class
and
is
like
not classing.
initially they didn't want to go after a quarterback because the Haslams are really good friends with the Mannings. So they was hoping to draft the Manning boy from Texas next year when he come out. But because we sitting in the situation that we sitting in, we have to draft a quarterback. But we need to draft a whole team, including a owner. The good thing for us right now is yeah, he don't know football. He just got money. And that's why he make the decisions that he want. But the city of Cleveland has him in court right now. So you're not taking a team. We looking for owners. Like it's about to be a knockdown, drag out battle between the city and them. So these
Maybe the
next
city will purchase him.
it's gonna be looking real interesting.
Yeah.
The one
Is that
thing,
because of the stadium?
yep. And because they was trying to move him. But when Art Modell moved Cleveland to Baltimore, Cleveland created them a Modell law that you can't move the team out the city. So they in federal court because the Haslam's feel like they only moving them up the road. The city like, no, it says Cleveland. So it's a knockdown for real, about to be drag out battle with them. And a lot of the people is complaining because them attorney fees is out the roof or whatnot. At this point, I don't care. Get us a new owner. Get us people that want to play and a coach that know how to coach, and that got leadership skills, because that's what they lacking for real. And it spills out into the field. You can tell that they don't, respect nobody. That's a big issue.
So let's look at the games coming up this weekend. What we got? We got
the Texans at the Chiefs, and I am praying to the Almighty God.
Mama.
Beat the Chiefs.
If you believe, I know you
to
believe
lay
in
it
the
on
power
the
of prayer.
altar.
Let's touch and agree. Where's your
Yes.
hand?
That's all. That's all.
Can we touch and agree?
Right. Please.
Can we
Let
not
them
lay
beat
it all
Kansas City.
on the altar? Okay.
You sound like you got
Yes.
candles over there.
Listen, I done tried to live my life right for the last while in church,
Look,
doing
right.
what thus have commanded me to do, so that these prayer requests do not go unanswered. And that
Oh
is
my
number one,
God.
that somebody
Oh,
put these Chiefs
I
down
need everybody at the
on the
altar. We have an
heavens. I
altar
swear.
call.
and you
When they
talking
be
about
calling like, anybody got a prayer
yes.
request, let me get on down here to this phone
Mama, what's
right
his
now, because
favorite?
I got
What's
a
his
few.
favorite meal? Cook it. Whatever. Whatever
Like,
I know.
listen,
Right.
it takes. I need the Texans.
I've been
to win.
checking every day. I'm like, hey, how you doing? How's the team? We ready? We good? Because listen, social media, I told him, I said, like, I'm afraid to look.
Yeah.
I feel like every time I look, there's another person. Some man today literally said, yeah, so this will be Kansas City's final practice. I said,
Oh,
wait a minute. Wait.
if I got to deal with 727 posts a minute from them Chiefs girls, I'm going to tap out.
I know.
I need you and Donna to tap.
I'm going to tap out. I'm just not going to even look. I'm coming on social media for a couple days, because that is insane. Like, they really not that good. I keep saying, I will go to the grave. They're not that good. They are well coached. That's it.
That's it.
Strategic.
And
That's
they built the
strategic.
team to be well coached. That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's on them to deliver what they have. Andy Reid is great with them.
Yes.
But the team ain't that good. I mean, I said what I said. Like,
okay.
I
As
totally
much
agree.
as I would like to see the Commanders win, I think the Lions gonna get them.
I do too.
Yeah.
I do too,
agree-
but
I agree with that.
I want it bad.
I'm Lions.
They're playing in Detroit. I mean,
Yeah.
you got to give
Oh,
that to the
in
Lions.
Detroit.
And I don't know
In
if y'all
Detroit.
ever been in there, but it ain't but this big. And they sing a song. They got a bunch of chats that go on.
Yeah.
It's gonna be rough.
Last week, and they chanted all night long. And at the
Yeah.
end, I forgot the end. Is it a rah 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 something like that? I was like,
Yeah, they chant. They sing a song when they got this guy like with an opera voice. He come and sing when they score a touchdown in there. It's gonna be rough for the Commanders if they don't get that O-line together, because Detroit, if they healthy, that defense is gonna eat Jaden up. Period.
Yeah.
And the thing is Detroit's been winning. They're not healthy. They are not healthy,
Right.
and they've been winning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. They have a lot of players down.
They have like 22 or 23 players on injured reserve.
Yep.
Starters.
Yes.
Mm.
Yes.
Well,
Yeah.
I think the Rams gonna get the Eagles. I'm sorry, Tina. I'm sorry.
We're gonna revisit this, Susan. We're gonna revisit this conversation.
I think okay, yeah, remind me.
We're gonna revisit this.
Listen, I
I'm taking
love
notes,
the
I got-
Eagles girls that I interact with. I
Yeah,
swear
let's
I
go
do. I
back.
don't know a
Take notes,
Rams
Donna.
girl ever. I
They
don't.
said the
I do
weather's
not
gonna
know
be
none of
super
these
bad.
Rams ladies.
They playing in Philly.
But if the Rams
Yeah,
play like
it's in
they
Philly. It's supposed to
played,
snow.
They said it's
Yeah.
gonna be super bad. The weather's
Yeah, it's
gonna be
supposed to-
crazy.
it's
So
supposed to
that's
snow.
perfect for Philly.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
that is perfect for them.
Mhm.
That's perfect for them.
I'm laughing because if
it-
Philly win, you know what the posts are gonna be? Philly only won because of this snow. It's gonna be
It's gonna be a
crazy.
billion
Just like they
Philly
said, Cleveland only won because of the snow when we beat Pittsburgh. Like,
Pick a reason. Pick a reason.
but let me say this, and I say it all the time: teams that play in domes or in
Warmer
in
conditions.
warm weather
Mhm.
do not perform well in the
Right.
cold.
So
Like,
they
you'll
should-
need to come and practice for a week in the cold.
Yeah.
That's gonna be play a major part when them West Coast teams come to the East Side,
Oh yeah.
and we
Absolutely.
cold. We used to it. It's
Mhm.
snowing. It's cold. It's 5 degrees in Cleveland right now. So the average person is like, oh, I don't know how you live there, but I'm coming there like it's hot and y'all cold. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
And they not used to playing on real outdoor turf. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's inside.
Right.
It's nice.
Yeah.
Right.
So that's gonna be definitely an advantage for the Eagles. And the Eagles fans it's like the Kansas City fans. Like, you gotta beat the team and the
And the
fans
fans.
because they
It's gonna
come
be loud.
with that energy.
Yeah.
They got that energy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
All right. I really, really want the Ravens to win. Buffalo's gonna put up a good fight though. This is gonna be a good game. I can't even
It
say
Yeah.
is. It is.
It's
Yeah.
gonna be a good game. I feel like Lamar is gonna come show up. Is his defense gonna show up? And what that O-line gonna look like?
Yeah.
Because his defense is trash in real life. They just been lucky, you know what I'm saying? But I don't know about that. If his defense don't be performing, the Bills gonna be in the final dance.
Yeah, I got the Bills on that game. I got the Bills.
Yeah.
Whoever
gonna
win
be
that
tight.
game is going to the Super Bowl.
Mm.
Whoever win the Ravens and the Bills game, they gonna be one of the people in the Super Bowl.
Roz said the Raiders
that-
owner is becoming trash.
I said I'm with her on that.
We said that. Yep. Roz, you said that.
He said the Ravens. The Ravens is in my division. I want it for Lamar. I ain't a Ravens fan. Cleveland fans is bitter, but I want it for Lamar. I think it's his time. I think it's time for him to get to do justice and for them to acknowledge him as the player that he is. And that he finally, rose to the top. So I really want it for him.
And I don't want Kansas. I can't watch another Kansas City Super Bowl. I'm sorry, y'all. I can't. I really can't.
Yeah,
I don't
I'll
wanna
probably
lose
be
some
watching,
season.
waiting for.
Three-peat.
Please
That's
no.
all you hear all day long is
Yes.
it's about to be a three-peat.
Please no.
I don't know. Many
We're not a standby team, so I promise you all, they're counting us out for no reason, and I'm like, but I'll say that they're counting us out for no reason. We're gonna have to show them. Yeah,
and I hope so.
Yeah, absolutely.
I hope so.
Yeah.
Go in the Arrowhead where it's loud and they are loud.
Yeah, I mean, and rude.
Absolutely. You ain't never lied about that. Absolutely.
She said what she said.
Yes. Woo,
But I said it before, like that stadium is wild. It's hard going in there
yes,
and
it
playing
is.
in that stadium. It's very you playing against the team, you playing
Yes,
against the refs, and you playing against the fans.
yes.
It's rough.
I
I hope
mean,
a lot of people travel with them.
yeah. Ugh,
Mm.
I don't know that thing. We
We'll
scared of
be
the
watching
weather.
this Sunday. We'll be
Oh yes.
definitely
Thank you,
um
Yeah,
Glued
ladies,
to
so
the
much.
TV.
yeah.
Thank you.
yeah, we'll
That
be
sounds
watching
great.
it.
Yes,
That's
we are
Um
great.
ready. Thank you. Thank you.
and
Yeah.
then last but not least, the Ohio State University is playing in the final
Yes,
dance on
yes,
Sunday in Atlanta.
ATL.
yeah.
So we,
Let's go.
we will be
Let's
watching.
go, Stacy.
We'll be
Yeah,
watching definitely
yeah,
in the ATL and making watching Ohio State go on
Yeah.
and raise that trophy
yeah.
in the bins.
Yes,
It's crazy.
yes.
The season went so fast, y'all. It
Oh
really
It
my
did.
It
did.
goodness.
did.
Yes,
Didn't
yes.
it?
It did.
Yeah.
It went really, really fast. Terry, does Will have a nonprofit or a foundation or anything?
No, so we've just get started. We've actually just everything that we've done thus far has been through his business.
Okay.
So thank you for asking. So we're in the process of starting WAJ Foundation. We're
Okay.
working with a really phenomenal Black lawyer by the name of Kimberly Haynes. She's amazing, so I'm looking forward to it. And I will, once we're up and running, I'll just put a little something in the group, letting everybody know that
Well,
we're there.
once you get it up and running, I'm gonna have you connect with Mal,
Okay,
and she's over our nonprofit sector of our group. We're
okay,
finalizing things as well,
okay.
so we can be involved and and
Thank
back him
you.
here in the city and and get involved. Whatever he's doing, we want to be a part of it.
Oh, thank you. Okay, I would love that. And we also, because we do try to do events in both Atlanta and Houston, just
Okay.
because I just feel like, we got to take care of the ones that supported us. And then,
Okay.
of course, his new home. Yes.
Okay. And you did say you coming to nationals, right?
Yes, I am. I'm looking
Okay.
forward to it. Yes, I came to Cleveland for
Awesome.
South Carolina, and I was like, "Oh, this is gonna be good." Yes,
Right. Oh
yes,
wow. I
yes.
promise you, it's an experience like no other. It
I
really
Yes.
can't
is.
wait.
Yeah.
I sent my cousin to
Yeah, you will
Atlanta
have a ball. He had a ball.
because I bought tickets, but then we had an event for Houston, so I
Okay.
sent my cousin. She had a great time.
Oh, what was her
Yeah,
name?
yeah. Carrie Romero.
Okay, I don't remember
Okay.
her. Okay, that's
Sh-
awesome.
um,
Is she a
she might
Falcons
have.
fan?
Yeah. That's. I was trying not to say
That's
I was just
why I didn't
yeah,
know.
I was just trying. There was a few that I met Sunday. I don't know if she was at
to the
Yeah, it
dad.
was only a few. It wasn't a lot of
She,
them.
she wore her second gear.
So,
Yeah.
but
Yes.
but I want to say to you, thank you for being on tonight. And before, I'm gonna let Stacy close out, but before that, I want to ask you as fans, even in the group, how can we be better fans? What can make us better fans? You see the fans when you go to the game, you know how the players feel about the fans. How can we be better fans for our teams?
Is that for me, Susan?
Yes, Terry I'm sorry.
Oh, okay. Yes. So honestly, it's just to continue to support them. This is the one thing, and I wish it would happen, but I also understand it being a fan, being a fan, it's very heartbreaking to see fans leave the team. It's just, even mad exodus is just so heartbreaking. So, that would be the one thing that I can encourage fans is like, I know we're losing, but hey, if you could just stick it out and at least just let them see you still there, because it's nothing like walking off the field and they do notice, that like, oh wow, the stadium is empty, and sometimes it's just like us on our jobs, 80% of the time, we killing it at work. But out of 365 days, there's definitely a good 20% of days that we know, like, we just lucky we made it in the building. You know,
Right.
this job gonna get what I could get in the day, and I'll start over tomorrow. And it, you know, as the movie said, even though it's a movie title, Any Given Sunday. So, you know, but for the most part, you know, it's a great fan base, and you all are just amazing. When we go away, I'm afraid to go to 15. The things that I've heard, I've been shaking in my boots, but I'm gonna be ready. But the fans,
You'll be fine.
because they really are.
Tina
Yes.
got you.
And
You'll be fine.
you all are
Don't
what
believe everything you
make the
hear.
game. Okay. Yes, thank you, Susan, Stacy, Donna, Mal, Tina, Natasha. Thank you all for such an
Nice
awesome
meeting you.
opportunity. And it was so nice to meet all of you all. Like I feel special because I know there are so many ladies that would love to be in this position just to have this moment. And I know as you know, time comes, you all will be able to invite more of us. So
Sure.
I'm happy to be one of the first.
Well, thank you. Stacy, you want to close this out?
Yes. Thank you again, Tyrion, for joining us.
Yes.
This weekend, we all roads lead to Atlanta for Martin Luther King weekend. We'll do a day of service on Saturday, and the parade is on Sunday. Mel, you got anything you want to add on that?
Monday.
Okay.
I mean, Monday. I'm sorry. Monday's
yeah.
running together.
Saturday, I found out Stacy and Susan, we all need to be there 8:30, not 9. The ones
Okay.
who clothing, sorting the clothes at the same time.
Father, I stretch my hands to
Yes.
you.
So wear your team attire. We heard Stacy said that she's going to be having buttons for everybody who's volunteering. Sunday, we want to meet at least by 10:30 so we can line up with when they start lining up and the ceremony starts at 11. So I guess they start the line probably around, I guess, 11 o'clock, right after the ceremony.
Mhm.
After the ceremony, we're going to march along. Susan said with a band. We're near a band, which will have
he's trying. He said he's going to do his best to put us near a band.
And then she said she's going to be throwing out little trinkets to, you know, the side and letting everybody know who we are and what we're about. As well as that's 2-mile walk to the next destination. I think it's a school. I think it's Central Gwinnett.
Yeah.
And they're going to have another ceremony. I don't know if everyone's going to stay the whole time, but I think that's until like 4 o'clock.
Okay.
I did read
And then
it's
we'll
like
find somewhere in Atlanta to watch the
work
game.
with
Because I know
brothers.
Stacy wants to watch the game. What time the game starts, Stacy?
7:30. Yes, I gotta be sitting still by then to watch the game. Ladies that are walking, please make sure you have your Black Women Love Football hoodie. They are on sale on the website. If you are traveling, we will have them for you. Don't worry about trying to get them shipped. Just let us know and we will hold them for you so you can get them when you're in the city. Safe travels to everybody that is traveling to Atlanta this weekend for the parade. I think that's all that I have. I look forward to seeing everybody. I pull out Friday afternoon, so I will be there early Friday.
Safe travels.
And
Safe travels to you.
thank you. Again, thank you, ladies, for joining us tonight. And we will see you this weekend. Oh, don't forget, if you are not registered for nationals, register for nationals. There are payment plans available for that. If there is something hindering you, please reach out to myself or Susan so that we can help with that. I am so hating that Natasha wasn't able to get on. But if you can hear us, thanks for joining us. I'm so happy to see you. I hope all is going well with your healing. I hope that you are able to get released so that you can come to nationals with us again this year. So continual healing and positive vibes to you.
Yes, we
It is
love you,
always,
Natasha.
always
Yes.
awesome to be
Thank you.
able to see you and interact with you. So for me, that's it. That's all that I have for this week. And I wish you all the rest a great end of your week.
Good night,
Thank
everybody.
you.
Good night.
Thank you
Bye.
all.
Everybody.
Okay.